this week's Movie Math, giving you an in-depth analysis of the box office for the weekend of July 29th, where it turned out cowboys weren't being hunted by aliens, but by Smurfs. The industry was shocked, I repeat shocked, when this weekend ended up being a photo finish between the star-studded actioner and the much-mocked family comedy. In the end, Cowboys and Aliens sort of won as they squeaked into first place with $36.4 million, while the Smurfs pulled in $35.6 million. However, such a meager tally is devastating news for everyone involved with the sci-fi westerner. For the studios, it's bad because the movie didn't even manage to earn the $40 to $45 million the industry was projecting, which in itself was far less than the openings of other such summer blockbusters like Thor, Captain America, and even Green Lantern. Instead, we're talking an opening on par with Super 8, which was made for 1/3 of the budget. For Jon Favreau, this questions what he really contributed to the success of the Iron Man franchise. For Daniel Craig, it puts him that much further away from establishing a career outside of James Bond. For Harrison Ford, it's the death rattle of any hope he had for a comeback. For Lost's Damon Lindelof, it's a horrible first step from scripting TV to movies. For comic books, it's another comic book movie that failed to connect with audiences despite huge Comic-Con hype both last year and this year, further proving that the fanboy community doesn't register at the box office. But as for Steven Spielberg, I'm sure he just shrugged his shoulders and went back to counting his Transformers money. Now at the Smurfs, it's the total opposite situation. Everybody's celebrating. It beat back expectations to be the first live-action CGI hybrid to hold a candle to the Alvin and the Chipmunks juggernaut, largely thanks to a shrewd and downright aggressive marketing campaign from Sony. This was also yet another win for 3D, as it accounted for 45% of the Smurfs ticket sales. Yes, 3D might have had a tough time at the beginning of the summer, but it's making a very strong finish. Looks like Jeffrey Katzenberg is going to have to find something else to blame for Kung Fu Panda 2's poor box office numbers. As for the rest of the box office, Captain America continues to flex his super soldier muscles, pulling in another $24 million. But while Cap is running neck and neck with Thor's performance earlier, its second weekend drop is the biggest of all this summer's Marvel movies. We'll have to wait and see what that means for the movie's long-term numbers. Then in fourth place was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which just passed the 1 billion mark worldwide. Welcome to the club, Harry. The final film also boasts the highest domestic gross ever for the series, having just bested the originals. Yep, another win for 3D. And fifth place saw the debut of Crazy Stupid Love with $19.1 million. And perhaps Steve Carell was crazy and stupid to leave the office as his numbers keep on sliding. But comedies in general continue to do well this summer, with standouts being Horrible Bosses, Bad Teacher, and Bridesmaids. Meanwhile, Transformers: Dark of the Moon will soon join Harry Potter in the $1 billion club, but Zookeeper and Cars 2 won't be nearly as lucky. Both films are hanging on at the bottom of the top 10, trying to squeeze out a few more dollars before they drop out. As for this weekend, both The Change-Up and Rise of the Planet of the Apes hit theaters, with the industry predicting $38 million and $22 million openings respectively. And that's the box office roundup. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math. As always, thanks for watching.